Have you ever dreamed of having freedom from work, government, and just life itself in general? Well, freedom is what you make it, and most of the time you will find people who say they have the ultimate freedom living in small town USA. This week we'll discuss what it's like to live with freedom in a rural area, and remember to always share this video to as many people as possible. Having freedom is all about you, so you need to zero in on what makes you, you, and uncovering what's truly important to you, focusing on what brings you a sense of purpose and happiness, capitalizing on what you're good at and passionate about, and working towards making the impact that you want to have on the world around you. In a nutshell, you need to find your own unique version of freedom and confidently making choices that support and propel you towards it, and saying no to those things that don't. We have always learned that there is one way to do things and one path to success in life, and that everything else outside of that is wrong. Most people move to rural areas to feel more freedom out of life because they feel like freedom doesn't come in the city. When people go to rural areas, they start to realize the sense of true community it brings them. The population is a lot smaller in rural areas, which will often bring a closeness that simply isn't possible in the city. And when people in rural areas start to know everybody in the town, then they start to work together and help each other out. In rural areas, you tend to know everybody and everything that goes on in the town, and everything that goes on with the residents as well. Therefore, you start to feel a lack of privacy within the town and its people. People in rural areas tend to have more free time as they don't need to work as much as city folks because their housing is way lower, and sometimes you will see more non-traditional ways of living, whether it's van dwelling or a nomadic lifestyle, which cuts cost on housing even more. And because the rural areas provide a tight-knit community, there is a sense of a safer life of no crime. And some people feel in rural areas there is better education through smaller class sizes. You also don't have a lot of job opportunities, if any at all, in a small town. Therefore, you get the advantage of doing remote work, also known as online jobs or odd jobs around town from time to time to get you by. And in a lot of small towns, most people will own their own businesses rather than going to work in the traditional 9-to-5 manner. The best part of feeling what you consider to be the ultimate freedom is being close with nature within the remote locations, with the great outdoors often in your backyard, and less to worry about within the laws of the town with what you can and can't do with your home and property. And if you like this video and want to see more, then hit the share button down below and share it to your socials, and don't forget to check out last week's video. I put out videos every Tuesday at 2 p.m. This has been Lindsay signing off. Peace.